Hi, I'm the Cat Lady. Welcome to episode 4 of the Cat Lady podcast. My name is Andrea. You can find me on Facebook. I have a Facebook group, the Cat Lady, Craft All the Things. Just do a search for that, and the links are all on the blog. My blog is thecatlady.blogspot.com. Instagram, I finally changed my name on Instagram. I am the _cat, C-A-T-T _lady. Figured I'd start maybe changing slowly. So in Instagram I can change it whenever I want, so it doesn't matter if I want to change it back or whatever. Ravelry, I'm still hesitant because I'm limited to the number of changes. So on Ravelry I'm still Mrs. Andreaza Knits. I'll probably change it, but and I also have a Ravelry group over there too that you can find, the Cat Lady podcast. And I also started a Pinterest board for some of my ideas and tutorials and crafts that I want to do in the future, so kind of keep them organized over there. It's linked to my Facebook account, so I think it's Mrs. Andreaza on Pinterest, but again, all these I will put on the blog. So, hello, good morning. It's morning. It's a dreary day in Michigan. It's Monday. So yeah, put those all together, and it is what it is. So, but here we are, another day. Being that it's a dreary day, I brought out these flowers my husband picked up for me on Friday, so that was very nice. Just a nice little springy bouquet of flowers. It still is not springy looking outside. It's ugly. A little bit of greens popping up here and there, but not too good. Here's my coffee for the morning. Again, I just dropped the kids off at preschool, so it's time for my coffee. This is my Disney World Haunted Mansion, also for my husband, coffee mug. So we are big Disney World fans. So we've got a couple Disney World, Mickey Mouse, whatever mugs. So this one's one of my favorites. It's very cool. It is not dishwasher safe though, so anytime I do use it, I have to hand wash it, which kind of a pain, but I don't know, it's cool. It's purple on the inside. It's pretty neat. So let's dive right in. So there was a few things. I was very all over the place in episode 3 because I just come back from Florida and I was excited to get another episode in, but I just posted episode 2, so it was a weird week, I know. So hopefully I'll be a little more on track today. Got my notebook, so we'll see. But there were a few things I missed. One thing I talked about in episode 2 was taking my knitting on the plane. And according to the rules of TSA and whatnot, you're allowed to take them on the plane, but you know that things don't always go as they're supposed to when you're going through security, and it's always the worst part of going to the airport is going through the security, just especially with kids, and just not fun. So I chickened out and I did not bring my needles with me on the plane. I could have got knitting done. I was sitting, we're a family of 4, so we all can't fit in an aisle, the same row, so we did 3 in 1. So my daughter sat at the window, or my husband sat at the window, my daughter sat in the middle, I think. One of the others. And then my son sat on the aisle seat, and then I sat on the seat right across. So anything David needed, I kind of did. I did potty breaks. But for the most part, I sat and read a book. So I could have sat and knit. And it worked out. The kids did pretty well. But I chickened out, and my husband was like, what if they take your needles and this and that, whatever. So I didn't do it. I just packed them in my bag and went on my way. So I forgot to mention that. So someone asked me about that. My friend Kelly asked, hey, did you take your knitting on the plane? Because she's actually going on a small trip that she's just bringing a carry-on. So she was wondering if she should pack her needles. And my suggestion is just pack ones that you don't absolutely love and that you don't mind losing, or bring an envelope, a self-addressed stamped envelope, to send them back to you if for some reason something happens. I mean, you just never know. So that was the other thing. The other thing I forgot is I was filming in my basement last week for episode 3 with the kitty cats. Right behind me, there were my DIY cat beds. And those were pretty fun to make. And they were pretty cool, and the cats liked them, so I forgot to show them off. I brought one up. And it's very hairy, because they lay in them. But basically, all this is a thrift store sweater, and an old pillow. So I made 2 of them. This is the one. So you can see, this is seamed here. This is where the arms are. So these are the arms of the sweater. Come around. And this is the neck. That's actually sewed across the top here. So I'm trying to think of, oh, and then so, yeah, so you stuff the arms with, and I tore apart an old pillow and just ripped it apart and got the stuffing out of it pretty much. Stuff the arms, and then you sew them together at the armholes here. And then you put the rest of the pillow, a smaller pillow in the middle, you sew the neck closed. And then you just like whip stitch it around the whole thing so it keeps it together. So yeah, it was like a $2 sweater at Salvation Army. A pillow that I already had that I tore up, and I think this was one full pillow. I think I used one full pillow, and they were like old, like beat up pillows, so I mean, they weren't very fluffy, because I mean, you don't want to make this too fluffy, you know, so you want it to be like, you know, a little bed, so they use them a lot, so they're very hairy. That was that. And then another thing I forgot was talking about being on the pirate ship in Florida and all that fun stuff. Well, I failed to mention that I made my little pirate costume I was wearing. So, and actually I wore it for Halloween last year, so I can put up a picture of that, of my Halloween costume. But all it was this is was an old dress shirt of my husband's. So you cut the collar off, and I did this so fast. It was like a totally last minute. Like I'm just like throwing it together. So I mean, I just cut it off, and I made the most like obnoxious tube, you know, just a little tube to put the string through, to cinch it. So yeah, I did that super fast. So it's very crude and messy, but it didn't matter. It was a Halloween costume. So and then I took some of my I had some leftover sachet ruffle yarn. We call those ruffle scarves. I went through a whole ruffle scarf phase. I was actually donating or selling them for my friend who was going through cancer treatments. Anyways, so I made like 50 of them or something. But this was some of the leftover yarn. From that, I thought it just looked kind of fancy pirate. So we did that for the neck, and then you did the same thing for the sleeves and made them kind of like 3/4 sleeve. You know, like kind of go down a little bit. But you just cut off the cuff, sew a little tube, run your yarn through, and again at the bottom. So it just essentially makes kind of a puffy, flowy, piratey blouse. Then to go on top of that, I just happen to have this old kind of a t-shirt that I don't give away my old clothes, not all of them, because I try to save them for projects. So I have a whole stash of dress shirts and random clothes that I try to turn into things. So this one you just cut off the sleeves, and since it's t-shirt material, you don't need this is no sew. You cut off the sleeves and just slit down the middle. See, the edges kind of curl, but so this was a shirt, and then you make like a vest. So you make like a pirate vest. So, and then when I wore my Halloween costume, I think I had a belt. On. I didn't take it to Florida because it didn't matter. And I had some dangly earrings. I had my skull and crossbones bandana. I wore kind of a fluffy black skirt. And I think I might have worn like a tall pair of boots for Halloween. Just because, you know, it was more fun. So yeah, so that was fun. That was a real quick, easy costume. So using things, because I don't know, I wasn't even going to dress up, and I just last minute changed my mind, like what can I do super fast? I mean, it was something like a couple days. Yeah, so we went to a themed Halloween party. It's called Huckleberry Village, and if you're from Michigan, so they have a fun Halloween event every year, so that's what we did last year. So that was fun. So those were the things I forgot about. Oh, I just realized I forgot something else. So I'm going to have to run upstairs and grab something, and I will be right back. And we're back. I try to gather everything at the beginning before I sit down, but I seem to always forget something. So anyways, on the quest for my DIY yarn swift, I happened across a Salvation Army that had a Lazy Susan. It's rough, but it spins. That's really all it needs to do, you know. So it was 50 cents. I figured, okay, it was worth 50 cents to at least pick it up. I couldn't just leave it knowing that I was looking for one, so I picked that up and still need something to put on top. So the tutorial had adjustable, like accordion style wine rack, because then you could kind of bring it to the size you need and you tape it on. Ideally, I'd like something that I could tape on once and use multiple sizes on. So I'm still kind of racking my brain to figure this out. Like, is there something I can put on here that's got grooves or something? Like I saw like a CD tower that like, okay, so there's like slats in it, but you know, it was just thin and long. But I mean, if there was something like a dish rack, I don't know, something that had slats in it that you could ideally like, okay, make one 60 inches and make one 40 inches and make one 70 inches or whatever, because I don't know if there's I don't think there's a standard. I mean, there's probably a slight standard, but they're all going to be slightly different. All these hanks of yarn are going to be slightly different sized. I mean, depending on what they're doing. I don't think there's a direct standard. I don't know. I'm pretty new to that whole thing, winding yarn and everything anyways. But when I've done it, they've been all different sizes. So, you know, using the Tinker Toys works because I can, you know, move them around and adjust them. And I know if you buy a wood tabletop swift, they have pegs in there, you can adjust them, which I'm still looking at those too. I wish I knew somebody that had, like, a wood shop so I could like, hey, you know, just cut me these pieces and bore some holes in here and do this, whatever, but I don't, so we'll try that. So if you think of anything that could go on top of there that could have some sort of adjustable slats or something that I wouldn't, because I mean, if I'm going to keep taping it on and off, it's just gonna get disgusting, so I might end up just having to go buy one. But anyways, so we're still on the quest for that. How about some finished objects? I have finished my scarflets. They are all done. I made, how many have I made total? Let's see, I made one for Emily, I made one for me, I made the 2 rainbows, I made the black, and I made the white with rainbow stripes in it, so 6. I want to say I made 6. Pretty much all in a row. So as much as I love them, I still bought them. I wore one this morning. I wore mine this morning. I'm done with knitting them for a bit. I'm sure I'll knit more again in the future. It was kind of the same when I did my fingerless gloves. I made like 3 or 4 pair and I was like, okay, we're done. Can only do so many things in a row. But they're all done. So we have, I made 2 rainbow ones. Here's one. And I posted pictures of these last week. And then I have my hand-dyed one. So this was the food color dyeing experiment, which I think that turned out really cute. One of my friends on Instagram said it looked like a birthday cake. Confetti cake. And that's a good description. And I might want to make one of these for me at some point because I really like that one. It's cute. And that was for Emily's teacher. And this is the other one for Emily's teacher. Now this one, she wanted black, and I bought that little silver thread stuff to go through it. And I thought 1 spool of thread was going to be enough, but apparently it wasn't. So Saturday night I ran out to Joann's to get a 2nd spool of silver thread to make the rest of it. So, but yeah, it's black. I don't even know if you can see the sparkle. Again, I'm gonna try to focus, and it's not gonna work probably, but you can kind of see the silver specks in there. It was just a kind of a, what was it called? I don't remember what the name of the thread was exactly, but it was meant to just carry along with your knitting or crocheting to kind of give it that sparkle. So yeah, I'm going to give those to her teachers today. Now what I'm going to do is I thought, presentation is important, right? I'm trying to promote my new blog and everything. So I made some little tags this morning on the computer. Pretty crude looking, but they'll do for now. And I'll wrap them up in a little bow. So I'll give those out. And these two, here's the other rainbow one. These two I have to mail, so I'll put them in a package. So because they're going to a friend that lives out of state. Another thing I whipped together this weekend, which is going to go with my confetti scarf, it's one of Emily's teachers. She loves cats, just like me and Emily, and her and Emily at school always draw pictures of cats together, so I made her a little cat. I think he was called Mr. Beans. Patterns on Ravelry, I'll link it on the blog, but he was super cute, and I altered the pattern a little bit, because I don't know, though I decreased for the head twice instead of once to make it a little bit of a narrower head. Now, that made him a little bit bottom heavy, so I call him Fat Cat. He's my fat cat. Because originally the pattern only decreased once, so he would have had a thicker head. So I felt like there wasn't enough distinction between the head and the body at that point, and some of the finished projects were looking a little rough, so from other people were doing, so I was a little worried. So I opted for the double 2-row decrease, which I like, but maybe I would have made the bottom half a little smaller to start. Because I think this was increased into 40 stitches, and then I decreased twice. I'm not sure what the stitch count was at that point, but maybe if I only increased to 20, maybe 30, I don't know. Something. I mean, he's cute. I still like him. He's adorable. I need to make one for me since I am the cat lady. He can be my little mascot. So and this is fisherman's wool. Actually, it's this similar brown to the one I dyed for the little bunny, but I did not dye this. This is the brown fisherman's wool. So, yeah, he's just got polyfill in there and some black acrylic yarn for this face. This was the first time I've embroidered a face when he's already stuffed. I make all these little knit bunnies with little faces, and I always end up just doing it before I stuff them because I feel like it's easier and I feel like I can knot the ends. And those are for kids and babies and whatever, so, I really don't want the face to come off. So I always, get in there before I stuff the head and I do the face, which I know typically you don't. You make the thing and then you put the face on. Well, I had no idea how you weave it in there, but then what do you do at the end? You can't tie it in a knot or anything, so I figured it out. I followed a couple of tutorials, but I'd still probably prefer to just do it before I stuff it. But I don't know, with this one being so small, it'd be hard to get in there, so. But there'll be more of these on the horizon for sure. It literally took me like an hour, maybe 2 hours tops, to get everything, his face on and stuff them and all that stuff and knit them. But yeah, the knitting part was super quick, so I will post the link to the pattern on my website. So, but that's gonna go with Miss Chelsea's scarf because she likes cats. There we go. We'll keep them there. So that was all that I finished, which I'm just relieved to have those finished because they just were getting a little too repetitive. Another thing I picked up this weekend, so my project bag, I have not started yet. I have not done anything yet, but we picked our fabric, okay? I had a small vote on Facebook. A few people weighed in. Chevron peace symbol, and was clear 100%. Nobody voted for the other one. So, I told you, everyone likes chevrons, and I like them. I like it too. So, and the chevron's going to be the outside. I'm actually looking at this. I'm hoping there's enough for this for the inside. I think so. I'm not really 100% sure what size the project bag is going to be, but hopefully that's enough. If not, I do have another piece that's really close to the same color as these. It's got a different pattern on it, but it's like brown and pink and blue, and I could do something half and half or something. But I was looking at a couple patterns, tutorials online, and I'd really like to have it a pocket in, well, I'm going to make a pocket, but wasn't looking for a pocket. I was looking for a divider so that you could put 2 things of yarn, one on each side, and knit socks 2 at a time. Not that I'm going to be knitting socks 2 at a time anytime soon because I need smaller circular needles, but I'd still like that option. And the one I found included a zippered pocket in the middle as the divider. So you have your pocket, you have your side, and your zipper in the middle that has a pocket, which would be brilliant to hold all the little extra stitch markers and needles and darning needles and scissors and whatever, all the extra stuff. So I got a zipper, it's pink, a pink zipper. So the pink zipper and the thread that I got this weekend cost me 99 cents after my $1 I had on a gift card and my 50% off Joann coupon, so that was cool. So that is really coming, gotta start that next, because right now my project bag looks like this. I have a series of Ziploc bags that I keep whatever I need for my project in there. And here's that thread. Blending filament, that's what it was called. So that's my leftovers of that. So yeah, I've got to stop using Ziploc bags because it's just ugly. I mean, it works, but yeah. And I carry these around in public, so I'm knitting out of a Ziploc bag when I'm, you know, waiting in line somewhere or doing something, so not good. So yeah, what do we have next? So yeah, next we have this lovely thing again. I'm 100% shawl. The Sunlight Shawl for Sad People, which I linked on the last episode. I think I threw up a picture. By Sylvia Bobilvia on Ravelry. Love all her patterns. Please check her out. I haven't made anything, but her patterns are beautiful. She's got lots of shawls and a couple hats and stuff. Most of them are free. A couple of them are paid, but the Sunlight Shawl for Sad People is a free one. So, and you know, this is kind of, like I said, reminding me of a sunset. So I think this will be perfect. I really hope it looks good in that because I am just so excited to cast this on. So project bag, shawl. So those are my two biggest projects. However, I have a huge undertaking in front of me. Okay, I sound a little overdramatic, but today's episode is the birthday blues, and it's not because it's my birthday and I'm sad that I'm getting old or anything like that. It's because it's my children's birthday, both of them, one in May. Emily will be 5 in May, and David will be 3 in June. So typically for the last year or so let's see, he'll be 3, so last year we had a combo party, and we had a kid party for Emily, and then we had a combo Emily David party at home for both of them. This year is just, I'm just out of it. I just did not prep. I'm usually like January, I'm getting on Pinterest, I'm getting ideas, I'm making themes, I'm printing out invitations, I'm thinking of what to make for cake decorations and this and that, whatever, and I'll see if I have some pictures. I can post some pictures, but these are their baby books. That, again, that's another project. So Emily's baby book ends. They both end at 5 years, and I've been really good at keeping up with them. But let's see. So I did get her 4th year up. So I am right on schedule with Emily's. So let's see. Every year I like this in this baby book. Okay, it goes to the first year with bath time and first haircut, and then we got the month, all this thing. So like 5 months, sleeping patterns, eating, what did you discover, highlights, etc. So all that, and I put in the little pictures. I've done month-to-month pictures for both kids every month for their first year. And then I did it at, well, no, did I do it to 2? I think I did it to 2 years. And then after 2 years I did half years. I think I missed the last half, so it would have been the 3.5 for David, or 2.5 for David. I think missed that. Sorry, David. So then all their things, first steps, all that. So then you get to, first friends, first everything, first, which I know is a big deal, and I'm glad I have these because I won't remember it. Holidays. So that's all my favorites, blah, blah, blah. It's all year 1. So then you get to first birthday. Okay, so I don't know if you can see the pictures here, but I made Emily, I'm gonna post pictures of this cake because I'm so proud. I made Emily like a 2-tiered cake with fondant and all this stuff. I made like her banner with her name on it. I made invitations. Oh, these were ridiculous. I cut out like 15 flower shapes, glued this little center and it folded up on itself into this little octagon shape thing. I made her shirt and a tutu. So that was year 1. So then, so the first half of the book is, more than half of the book is your first year. This is year 2. That's all you get. You get a page and then you get a blank page underneath. So what I did is I made like a collage. So we got the second birthday. Okay. Oh yeah, second birthday, and it's like second year in review. Like, you get 1 page for that for a whole year after I just spent, you know, 75% of this book on the first year. So what I did was I made a little sheet of her birthday. So again, it was fish themed, so I made the invitations, I made decorations, I made fish cupcakes. I mean, really, I'm just over the top here. And then I did a year in review. So we have some family pictures, some highlights, Christmas, all the holidays and stuff. Because how can I fit all the holidays and stuff on 1 page? So I made these collages. So that's what I did over there. So that's Emily's 2nd year. Then 3rd year was cars themed. She really liked cars. So I made the invitations. I bought the cake this time because I was going to make a cars cake. And I bought her shirt as well because it had Lightning McQueen on it. So, but you know, I made little Route 66 signs and decorated with traffic cones, and you know, that was fun. So, and then again, flip up, and then there's the holidays and whatever. So, crafty mama, crafty cat lady. So, and then, okay, so last year, Emily's 4th birthday, we did pirate themed. We did a kid party. So we also did a party at home, but I think I just threw in, okay, we did Hello Kitty dinosaur party at home. So I got a couple pictures from there, but mostly the parties for the pirate party because that was the big party. And then again, year in review. So, and then it's year 5, and then that's it. Memories of my 5th year, and then school photos and memories. Okay, first day of school. So they go into the first day of school. So that'll be soon. And then notes, keepsakes, and photos. So a bunch of miscellaneous. So what am I going to do? Am I going to just stop at 5? I don't know. I feel like I've dropped the ball as each year goes. So maybe, but I'm pumped to have it completed. I mean, I actually have filled an entire baby book. Well, see David's. I don't know. I can't remember where I left off on his. Poor David. But it's still relatively full. I know it is. So we have David, and I spent like $30 to get this same exact book because I could not find it. I had the baby blue, that one was the baby pink. Found it on the internet, and I was like 7 months pregnant, 8 months pregnant, and I was upset, and I was just, there were some complications we went through, and I'm like, you know what, I'm getting this book, and I'm happy I did. So, spent too much for it, but it was worth it. So they have matching books. So yeah, we had a family tree to start, nursery pictures, and ultrasounds, shower. Yeah, we didn't have a shower for David because he was the second, and he was only 2 years apart from Emily, so we already had everything. So no shower, so I don't really know what to do with that page, so. And there's 4 pages of that, so that's all blank, but that's okay. Coming home, footprints and handprints. And first visitors, yeah, all this is filled, that's good. Immunizations, I mean, really, do I need that filled in anyways, but fill in a couple of those. And then all the month pictures, I got all those in there. All the statistics, 3 years, so yep, I'm full, I'm right on target for his growth. His teeth, I got all his teeth in there, where when he lost his teeth, and you know, some of the numbers are fudged a little bit, they're close enough. All that, first bath. So first steps, yep, okay. First vacation, again, we're first, all that stuff. First birthday. So then, okay, so David had Mickey Mouse, so I made little Mickey Mouse invitations. And I made a shirt, which I didn't put a picture of a shirt in there. That's okay, but you know. And then, okay. We don't have that. Okay, so then 2nd birthday, that was last year, we had the dinosaur. So yeah, here's all the Hello Kitty dinosaur-esque. So our dinosaur, I bought the cakes. But I made him a shirt with the dinosaur on it. Again, I'm hoping these aren't all blurry when I'm sticking this up here in your face. It probably is. Year in review, okay, yeah. So yeah, we're up to date. Yeah, 3rd birthday, here we are. So I need to get on top of that. But we're good, so I can't post the 3rd birthday because we haven't had it yet. So I am on top of these books. That makes me excited. So, back to the dilemma. So I don't think we're doing a full out family party this year just because coordinating all the schedules has been a little challenging and it's just so overwhelming. But we are having a kid party for Emily, and you know, David's going to be there and doesn't care yet. He's 3. He really doesn't have any like best friends or anything. Emily's obviously making more connections at school and friends. So I made a bunch of phone calls about different places. So we have a Joann Fabrics crafty party. We have a Lego based called Brick It Up Lego party, a bowling party, or I'm still waiting to hear back from the Nature Preserve. That one sounds top of my list. I don't know how much it costs. They don't have any information. It's just like, have a party here, call for info. But it sounded cool. It's like attached to her soon-to-be kindergarten elementary school. Sports, there's a sports complex. So all these options, I just called a bunch of places to get information. So first I need to find out if they're available. And second, the pricing of everything and what we want to do. But most of them, 8 to 10 kids. It's reasonable. I don't even know if she'd get 8 to 10 kids. I mean, she's in preschool. It's a pretty small class, you know, so. But most of them run about 2 hours, and I just really don't want to have it here, okay? It's like a lot of work to set up and clean up, and even just having the family party. You're like, I'm just pulling my hair out every time. So I'm looking to have it out somewhere. And just let the kids run around for a couple hours, either doing a craft or playing with Legos or sports, something. I guess it depends on, like, if I just have girls, they might be inclined to be a little more crafty. I don't know. I'm being a little, I can't think of the word. Anyways, boys like crafts too. That's what I'm getting at. So I shouldn't say that. But anyways, so yeah, I gotta figure that out. And yeah, so we're aiming for mid-May, so I got a month to put everything together. And some of them include food, some of them don't. Some of them say bring, you know, the Joann says bring cupcakes they can decorate. Okay, that's easy. It's a really easy snack. Or dessert and treat. And then they do a craft and all this stuff. So right now my 2 top ones are the Nature Preserve, unless it's like a bazillion dollars, I don't know. And Joann Fabrics, that could be fun. Both are close and conveniently located. The Lego place sounds cool. It's a little pricey. You get food. You just get pizza. Some of them you get like dessert too. So like the bowling one, actually, you got 2 pieces of pizza per kid. You got cake, ice cream, drinks, and then an hour of bowling. So I mean that's pretty good. And it was like $100. So that was pretty reasonable. So yes. So that is I feel a little bit better today. I was kind of freaking out this weekend, like, oh my gosh, we haven't done anything. What are we gonna do? You know. Because again, I'm like, I would have already sent out invitations at this point to like my family party and stuff. And I would have had a guest list for Emily and all this. So every year just seems to get harder and harder and harder. And so, yeah. And next year is going to be even crazier probably because she's going to be in a kindergarten class with like, 20 something kids, 25 kids, like, do we just invite a couple of her friends? Do we have to invite the whole class? I mean, do we just invite the girls? But then again, that's like, I feel like that whole girl-boy thing. Why would you just invite the girls just because she's a girl? Anyways, I'm rambling. So, and then I also would like to make them another shirt. I've made them a shirt every single year. Each year they've had the shirt, except for the one year Emily had the lightning shirt that I ordered. But, again, I made her first, second, and fourth. Yes, hers had, I made her 2 fourths. One of them had a Hello Kitty pirate, but I used fleece for the iron-on, and it fell off because it was too thick. So then I remade her a printable transfer Hello Kitty for her home party. So, but the Hello Kitty pirate was really cute. And then David, I made the dinosaur and the Mickey Mouse, and so, but we don't have no theme. We don't even have a theme, so I gotta wait and see. But make him a shirt, and then I have to make a video. Every year I've made a video and review, like a 10-minute video for each kid, like slideshow with music. So I made Emily for every year so far. She's got four movies, and David's got 2. Right? Yeah. So I have got to make one for Emily's 5th. I feel like at least this got to be a 5 for her. And then, I mean, at that point too, I make David just 2 extras, just so they both have 5. So their first was kind of like baby book. Do I just stop at 5? I mean, like, I feel like I gotta stop somewhere, else I'm just gonna be doing these things forever. Or do I do them until they're 18? I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? What should I do? Should I keep making videos? I mean, they're cute. They're fun. They're just such good memories to have these little slideshow movies for them. But they're kind of a lot of work. I mean, I have a formula. I can whip them together pretty quick. But I gotta pick out like 30 pictures. I gotta pick out music to use. And then I gotta splice it all together. So, but I've got to, this year is a must. I have to. It's year 5 for Emily. That's a big year. She's going to start school. She's like, you know, becoming a kid. Now she's no longer a baby. She's a kid. She's a full-on kid now. So, and then, well, if I make Emily 5, well, then David has to have 5. So, you know, he'll have 2 more years. But then, so then each of them would have 5. So, I don't know. So that's something to think about. So, come next year when I'm making David's, I'll probably be like, oh, well, I gotta make one for Emily. She's gonna be mad if she doesn't get one. So, so yes, that is that comes in before my shawl and my project bag, really. Just getting this party stuff organized, getting these baby books updated as soon as, well, I can start the year in review because we're pretty much there. So I gotta pull all the holidays, pictures, pretty much one per holiday, one for vacation, for year 5 and year 3. So, last but not least, hopefully I haven't gone too overboard. I've had some technical issues. There'll be a few fading in and outs here because my battery went dead at one point and I ran upstairs for something. So I made like 6 hair clips. Well, I made the bead parts of them. I have not put the clips on yet. So, and my hair is just not cooperating at all anymore. So I'm wearing a headband today anyways. But I need a haircut. The cat lady will be getting a haircut soon. I am going to get it cut short. And I'm potentially going to do some purple. I don't know what yet. All purple, purple streaks. I want purple. So, like I said, I like purple. I always go to the purple yarn, so I want some purple hair. So that's on the agenda for the near future. So, but here is one of my clips that I made. It is a Triforce. For any of you video game geeks like me. Me and my husband are big video game nerds. More so my husband, but I like video games too. And so this is a Triforce from The Legend of Zelda. So that'll look nice on the side there. I actually made one on a felt. Before we went to a symphony. It was called Symphony of the Goddesses. It was a all Zelda music symphony, and we went in Grand Rapids, and it was really cool. It was really cool. It was a great trip in general. Like, it was a date, you know, a little date to get away for me and my husband. I think my dad watched the kids for us, and we went up on a Saturday afternoon. We had a fancy dinner, you know, stayed in a nice hotel, and then we went to the symphony, and then we got hot dogs at our favorite hot dog place called Yesterdog in Grand Rapids. So if you're near Grand Rapids and you've never been to Yesterdog, that's one of our favorite places, so check it out. It's just a little dumpy hot dog place, but it's so good. But we went at midnight, so we got our midnight hot dogs, and then, yeah, we just went home the next day, so it was a nice little getaway. But I made one out of felt so I could wear it to the concert, but now I have my beaded one. So it's a little sturdier, but I gotta get the clip on the back. So, and I made a few extras. I made 5, like I said, I made 6 of them. So they will be, I will be showcasing one a week. So stay tuned for those. This week I also am going to do a giveaway. I said I was going to do a giveaway at 100 likes on my Facebook page, and I got 100 likes like the first couple days. Of course, it's slowed down dramatically because, you know, I got all my friends to like my page, and now it's like, okay, now I don't know how to get more people. So we're going to try a giveaway now for the 100 likes, and if for some reason I make it to 200, maybe I'll give away 2 things. So I'm still considering it's like one of these scarflets that I have to make another one, but that's okay. That's a quick, easy knit, and I've gotten so many compliments on these things. So maybe a scarflet giveaway, or I'm thinking clip. So I'm thinking maybe a choice. You pick one or the other. You can get a scarflet in custom color of your choice, or a custom perler clip if you'd like. So with, you know, whatever options I can come up with, or I don't know, a cat. What would you like? What would you like me to give you? So that's on the agenda for the week. So, and I'm going to try to do at least one to 2 blog posts a week. Like last week I posted about my scarves and how I block them. And yeah, I'm like a blocking machine now. It's like, okay, I'm ironing, I'm steaming, I'm good. And they turn out, they feel nicer. The acrylic's a little less rough and a little less scratchy and a little less stiff, kind of a little more drapey. And yeah, and then all that curl just goes away. So I like that. So I think that's all I got for today. Hope everyone has a wonderful week. I'm hoping the weather spruces up here. I don't think it's gonna. So definitely a little dreary. I'm looking forward to spring. We have lots of landscaping to do outside, and I want the kids to be able to run around and play outside. So today is not one of those days. It's just wet and yucky. So I will just hold on to my flowers and think of spring. So take care, and we'll see you next week.